Hi guys, if you're there, say something. Today I want to talk to you. It's March 20th, 2020. I'm in Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, and today I want to talk to you about, the astrology of what we're in right now, hopefully in a way that you can understand it without being an astrologer. And, I don't, go out there as an astrologer, but I've been studying forever. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. I don't do readings or anything like that. But, I think it's good to know what's going on. So that's what we're doing here. We're going to know what's going on. So this is today. I mean, you can probably not see this very much. I'll try to do a screenshot for the front cover. So it's March 20th. So what basically has happened is the planet of Mars has now passed Jupiter. So it's separating from Jupiter. Mars is in Capricorn, Jupiter's in Capricorn, Saturn's in Capricorn, Pluto's in Capricorn. If you've been following any and all of this, then you know that astrologers have been talking about, the events that were going to happen in January forever. It was predicted that on February 20th, we would have like a huge event. They weren't sure what it was going to be. It ends up that it is coronavirus. And so now we're all kind of like, when are we going to get through this? When is this going to end? So basically, Mars has now gone on past Jupiter. Jupiter expands things. Mars is that fire energy. It can be anger. It can be aggression. It can be sudden events even. It's moving up to hit Pluto. Pluto transforms or destroys. And so today is March 20th. We just had that Saturn-Jupiter conjunction. I think we're all starting to realize how serious the situation is at this point. We're starting to realize it's expansive. It's much bigger than we thought it would be. And then you're going to see that Mars come up to hit Pluto, and that's going to happen 22nd, 23rd. I think what's going to happen is we're going to start to see secrets coming out, secrets being revealed. Even this morning, I read the news, and it looks like there were two senators that they obviously knew well in advance that this virus was coming, that it was going to hit us the way it's hitting us. And they liquidated their stocks and took advantage of the situation while at the same time telling us to remain calm, that everything was going to be fine. And so that's bad. And there's a lot of that going on. So there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of what we don't know. There's a lot of misinformation. So what we can do is use astrology to use what we see in the stars to make better personal choices for ourselves. So we know that on the 22nd, 23rd, excuse my French, but the shit's going to hit the fan. So the 20th is today. That's Friday. So on Sunday, I think we're just going to have a lot more information uncovered and revealed. If it were me, and I have been for the last week self-isolating. I'm in Ohio. We don't have to self-isolate. We still can go out, but we've got a teenager at home. He's on lockdown. I'm either at home or I'm in the studio alone. I'm on lockdown. My fiance, unfortunately, is having to still go in and out of work a bit, but they've got their staff, a lot of them furloughed or working from home. So this is serious. Like, this is what you need to do. You need to stay home, and you need to plan to stay home for a while. So this isn't like I'm going to stay home, starting now through the end of next week. This is not that. I'm looking at my ephemeris, and that is just like a list of where the planets are going to be for the foreseeable future. And I mean, if I had to make a prediction out of this, if you, stuck a gun to my head and said, what do you really, really believe? I really, really believe that we're going to be self-isolating, stuck in our house and not seeing anything great happen before probably April 1st. And I think at April 1st, we'll start to see a little bit more positive turn. But I think this is with us through the 22nd, believe it or not, of April, right? What else is going to happen is, yes, it is going to go away for the summer. And then, yes, something is going to come back in the fall. What's happening is the social distancing is not going to solve the problem. It's going to slow the problem. I think everyone's starting to realize that. What it does is it gives the government time, and it gives the government time to get the testing kits out en masse. And probably in the future, we'll go on like a rotational testing kind of thing where you have to get tested every so often. And then in the future, they'll be able to see where there's little pods of the virus popping up, and then you can isolate and contain the little pods. This gives the government time to manufacture more ventilators. I saw somewhere that we were probably going to need about 800 to 900,000 ventilators in the United States. I know they are leasing and licensing businesses that have empty usable space that are contained, in whatever chemical setting they need to be, to start manufacturing more of these ventilators and all the things we need. We need masks, we need hazmat gear. So that'll give them time. And, collectively as a society, we need to cooperate. We need to protect the elderly and the vulnerable. We're now learning that, the kids are not immune to this. In Ohio, we've got a 2-year-old in probably the ICU. Kids that are teenagers, kids that are young adults, they're getting sick too, and they're getting sick really, really bad. If you guys know me, I love TikTok. I know I just watch. I don't post anything. I just watch. It's fun. But it's not so much fun anymore because people are starting to post their little videos and they're sick. They're saying, hey guys, I'm sick. And these are people who are young. I think Governor DeWine, who's doing a really good job, honestly, came out and even said that the median age for someone in the hospital with this right now is age 48 and a half. So everyone has to do a better job of self-isolating and staying in. When I drive here to Mason, I am driving past masses of people. Like, people are still out. I had to drive to check on Montgomery studio yesterday, and people are at TJ Maxx and Home Goods and out shopping. Like, it's really not appropriate, guys. We have to really protect each other. So that's the astrology of this. It's going to get really bad. It's already bad. It's just we're going to know how bad it is. And you need to plan on a self-isolation period, I think, for a month until April 22nd. So I don't see any questions popping up. I love you guys. I miss you guys. And we'll just stay in touch the Aquarian way on the internet. Bye, guys.